Hi everybody, it's Chris Halton here with a very special edition for you, following a recent shoot in my own haunted home, and particularly in the master bedroom, which seems to be the core area of activity which takes place in this house. My home isn't that old. It was built in 1952-53 by the village, which was created in 1928 by an industrialist. The land up until then had been used as an allotment, but following the activity which I've discovered in this house, I found that many years ago, and when this was all open fields and farmland, there used to stand a property here which was believed to date from the 18th century and sadly was long since demolished. And part of the sight line of my home, which coincidentally is the master bedroom, actually sits over the actual site of the original property. And so I feel we have an open doorway or portal in that room connecting the past events to the present. When I started in 2006, I was very sceptical with regard to orb-related activity. And so I decided to set a criteria. If orbs were generally spiritual presences, they would surely react to a human presence. And so since 2006, I've been investigating regularly over the years the activity which has taken place there. And what I've been able to show on past examples, and I will reference any material shared on this video from past experiences, that the activity tends to be not only sentient, which is aware of my presence, but it tends to replicate itself time after time, whether by action or perhaps by shape. And that comes in the form of the crescent-shaped anomalies which have been recorded here. The other day I returned to the haunted master bedroom after an absence of almost 2 years, because during that period of time a friend rented the room as a lodger, and he is certainly a closed skeptic and certainly wasn't aware of any activity taking place there, which is by the very nature of this property. If people come here and they don't wish to interact with it, it tends to leave them alone. So there is an issue of respect there perhaps. And certainly on my own part, I have a lot of respect for the activity that takes place here. It, generally speaking, doesn't interfere with my daily life unless I open up to it. And so a couple of weeks ago I decided to return there and film to see whether or not I could recapture activity or similar activity recorded from past events. Now, what I noticed from the past was that the intelligence was certainly sentient. It was aware of my presence and it interacted with me. And quite often when I went into the bedroom, I would just literally sit down, and within seconds they would make their presence known to me by appearing mostly as a small white orb which would shoot out from the direction of a cupboard door. And you'll see in the video the cupboard door, which is literally just that. There is nothing in there, it's just a storage cupboard. The actual door leading into the bedroom is on the opposite side of the room and more or less in line with that particular door. So any activity which appertains from that direction towards me would be running against any normal norms with regard to draft patterns which tend to blow under the door. Anyway, I digress. I returned back to the bedroom, and within seconds of actually arriving there, I was greeted by a small white orb, as you will see in this opening clip. Any friendly spirits to the house? Could you show yourself, please? Whoa, that was fantastic. You came straight through to me. Thank you. Is there an antecedent for this? Well, certainly yes. Mostly on occasions when I'm investigating inside that bedroom, orb activity tends to draw itself directly towards me. And certainly in that particular example that you saw, this was the case. And some years ago, the same event replicated itself, as I will share with you on this video and I will give you the link to the video on YouTube so you can check it for yourself. I saw that. That was fantastic. And that's been the case over the years with a number of events which have taken place here. And as I was sat in this bedroom the other night, I was trying to get Spirit to reconnect with me, and I received an acknowledgement about what they think, I hope, is my personality with regard to themselves. Come on please, could you come through? Could you show yourself? Oh yes, I saw that one. But we still haven't quite got to the big one, have we? The large white light. Please, can you come through? You know that I'm good in heart. You know that I'm not evil. You know that I can't hurt you. And if I could, I wouldn't. Another piece of EVP that I recorded in that bedroom was also very, very weak, and unfortunately I would have to leave it to your own imagination as to what you think the voice was saying. But let me just share this clip with you now. I do apologise, I had to raise the volume considerably to filter out the background noise for you to be able to actually hear it, but it is actually there on the videotape if you listen closely. Now, returning back to the subject of sentient intelligence, I think the one that perhaps sells the whole idea to most people that have seen my work is the crescent-shaped or delta-shaped orb anomaly, which appears on request and generally tends to retain the same shape or form, and that has occurred over a number of years since 2006. So we're looking at 8 years of a similar form reappearing. I personally haven't been able to capture this activity for quite a few years, and certainly over the last 2 years I was not able to do that because of the lodger living in the bedroom. So I was very sceptical whether I would be able to reconnect with that activity. And I was greatly and pleasantly surprised. Now, firstly, before I share with you that activity, let me share with you some previous examples which have been recorded in that bedroom with their respective dates and video reference links for you to check out the time period. Just give it a couple more minutes. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh! Are there any friendly spirits here tonight? If so, could you show yourself, please? Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, thank you. That's fantastic. As you can see, over the years, it's retained a very similar shape. And I was surprised, and I have to apologise here for my own lack of attentiveness. At one point during my recent investigation, I placed the camera on a tripod, and I was sat behind the camera with a digital still camera to take still images. And I was very pleasantly surprised to have captured this. One that I have acknowledged because I actually saw what I thought was an orb, but in fact are two examples of the delta or crescent-shaped anomaly reappearing on camera. Have a look at this. But where is the big one? The one that's shaped like a crescent or like a bird. That is something that I haven't seen for a long time. Someone came out from there, thank you. In the past, many skeptics levelled at me that this was just merely dust or lint and was quite explainable. But how explainable is 8 years of activity in that room and still retaining this very similar shape and form that I first captured it at way back in 2006? And secondly, the room has had 2 occupancies, of myself and also the lodger. Surely during that period of time the room has been hoovered and dusted considerably, and if there was any free floating lint in the atmosphere, it would have been removed. But I digress, because if I'm talking to people that are sceptical in the sense that they're completely shut down to the prospect and possibility that this is spiritual, then clearly I'm wasting my time. However, if you're open-minded and somebody who wishes to explore this phenomena for yourselves, it is there in most houses. I feel spiritual presences in this house very strongly. I'm open to it very much, and perhaps if I was shut down, I wouldn't perhaps notice the activity that's taking place there. I realise that I can never convert everybody to this school of opinion, because the unfortunate fact is that with most orb-related activity, it could easily be explained away. But how can you explain away something which is not only aware of your presence, that it actually communicates with you and reacts to it? That is more than just dust motes, bugs or other free-falling anomaly drifting around inside that bedroom. And what I intend to do over the next few months is to return there and video more activity inside that room. And I hope that you've enjoyed this example that I've shared with you, and perhaps have now a more enlightened opinion about it. And please bear in mind, I am very sceptical about orbs as a rule. Most of it can be ruled out as dust or other explainable anomaly. But before finishing, let me share with you this video, which has been taken from a number of shoots that I've carried out in the past, where I've been able to observe this activity in total darkness. He's a very angry man. There's orbs. I've seen 3 here flashing.
I have them on the camera.
You got those, did you?
They're right in front of you, yeah.
Yeah. You can see them.
Flashing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just got one there. The camera went out of focus first, and then it's... There it is again.
Yeah, I just see, hang on guys, there's something going on down there. I just see flashes there.
Oh, I've just got 2 come right across the...
Yeah, I actually physically saw
There's another
2
one
flashes.
there. See it coming up?
No, I can't see that one. I saw the 2 flashes down there, it was by the balcony. The rail. Yeah, I just see one over there.
There's another one straight up.
Yeah. Okay, as I'm sat here looking up towards the rafters on the wall, there's a mass of red energy flashing like Christmas tree lights. It's very, very strong. They're up there watching us from the top rafters of the church, looking down. This energy is starting to lower itself. So what we're going to do, sit here and just keep an eye on this area of the church.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a grey shadow move across there.
I got something, I think, right in front of me. It's...
Now clearly, as you'll see on one clip where we're standing on the staircase, someone reported what they thought was an orb, and in fact it turned out to be a bug, and I didn't actually see it. And what I actually see mostly in total darkness is either red or blue dots of energy, which can be quite strong and profound or much weaker, but it's there. Whether the camera is able to record it is another thing, and quite simply on some occasions where I have observed this activity, it has not appeared on film. So from these examples, it should give you an idea that spiritual activity is far more prevalent and much more real than some critics would give it cause to be. And I hope that your opinion of this activity is much more enlightened. Thank you.